Companies are made of people, and the people who make our lives miserable are people, other people. First of all, let me thank everybody for being here today. We're just excited as you are. I haven't really prepared much, but I did come here to kind of give you an idea of how important sustainability is in all its matters. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what sustainability is because there's an indefinite definition. What I'm going to tell you is remember this talk when you're in that power position, whether you're there now, you're aspiring to be, or you're just starting to think about getting up there. Inspiration, this is what this talk is about. I'm going to draw an imaginary line. I'm going to call this Happyville. Here is Happyville. And here is Alayesterville. It has a little question mark on it, Alayesterville. So I woke up this morning and I'm known to kind of read the newspaper inside out. I'll read every single detail every single morning. And then I'll cross-check with social media. What I learned along the way, especially waking up in beautiful Elguna this morning and yesterday in Cairo, is that we all have the same problems. So what happens next? I see that you're suffering from the same things my country is suffering from. We've got a whole bunch of educational issues. We've got a whole bunch of health issues. We've got a whole bunch of family issues. We've got the gist of it all is we've got problems. And then I see the other part, the Happyville. Let me stand here for a second. And I'll see a headline that says, XY company made this much today. XY company did a marathon. XY company had 2 million in sales increase since COVID. And then I'll turn the page and I'll go to Alayesterville and it'll say something like, we've got crimes on the increase. We've got our education indices going down the drain. And by the way, this is for me and you. We're a high GDP country, Kuwait. We've got the same exact problems. So we start looking over here and we'll say, oh, well, you know, Alayesterville has got a problem. But here's a whole bunch of companies on the other side painting a different picture. I want you to think about a couple of questions. How many of us think that we're getting paid equally or a fair amount of money for the amount of work that we do? Raise your hand in your mind. How many of you think that you are getting enough quality time or wish you had more time to take care of your health, let alone your family, let alone your kids, let alone blah, blah, blah. And the list goes on. And I'm moving over here to Alayesterville. Slowly, I find myself thinking, how many rendas do I need to make me sustainable? So that I can easily, I wore the right shoes for this, I can easily go over into Happyville, where all this money is being made, and then they throw a marathon to me. Oh, thank you for the marathon. They throw I don't know, what do they do, like a nice booth area. That's a little piece over here. When you're in those powerful positions, companies are made of people. And the people who make our lives miserable are people, other people. Remember this talk when you're in that position. Remember yourself and how you answered the questions I just announced, right? Remember that when you're up there, it's you that's making these calls. When you're starting 30 under 30, you're starting your own company, please embed these values within your company. Embed them from the start. Make sure that by the time we're over here making the headlines in Happyville, that we're spilling over equally on the other side. We're not just doing marathons. It's great that you're doing it. Good for you. But what we need you to do, you see those millions you're making over here? I need you to think about giving me more time. I need 8 of me to survive. My kids, their school, my own career progression, my health. Right? And then they say, oh, well, we've got crimes on the rise. Well, how the heck am I supposed to have time for this? Raise my kids, no matter how much I protect them in Happyville, they're still going to be part of that society. My mom tried that approach. And then I walked over here and I said, oh my God, I don't know how to deal with it. So now I'm an advocate for sustainability. I call myself an what do I call myself? An education activist, an activist for everything that I try to learn myself. I hope you take these values and instill them in everything that you do, because it is us and our decisions that make our indices on a company level, on a societal level, and ultimately on a global level. Thank you for being here today. I really appreciate that you took the time to hear me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.